Hello everybody, welcome to Jotunnslayer, Hordes of Hell. Today we're going to be taking in the Seeress with Warrior Time Rush Rune here. We're going to be doing what we did yesterday on the Berserker. We're going to be doing the no active skills on the Seeress and seeing if she can survive. Both characters had max meta at the time of those runs. Meta's really easy to get in this game, honestly. Picking our first level up here. There's time manipulation and 2 active skills. Beautiful. Double banish, take time manipulation. Time manipulation is Seeress's best skill. No matter what. The only time it's bad is when you have no ward. There's my Majord. Since Seeress has a lot of banishes, banishing some of Thor's things as well. Taking Light Nova, we took that yesterday, it was helpful. Probably be less helpful today because she is ranged. So she's not going to be in the thick of it as much. I'm trying to avoid getting hit, unlike yesterday where we kind of wanted to get hit. Because Berserker benefits from lower health. He has increased attack speed. Taking Thor, there's some things I really want. Explosive Nature is one of those things. Gives her attacks some more area. Because we want more area on it. Hit more targets, kill more things. That's the game plan. Banishing, I think the final skill, taking Extraction, getting free magnets is nice. Especially when, I mean, you're gonna lose ward at times. Really focusing on Seeress, I think. Yeah. Oh, there's the final skill we banish. We're out of banishes now, but we have 9 rerolls. Took Primeval there, buffing our damage. It says all skills. I guess Sorceress's basic attack is a skill? Is it? We'll see. I like Malediction. Even though Seeress base crit I believe is 5. Like, that's so much extra damage, especially when you pair it with the Witch subclass. On tough targets you're probably gonna crit him once and then you're gonna do a bunch more damage to them. I think it's 60% extra with Witch plus Curse. And then you can get the Thor for a 10% buff to crit, so she goes up to 15. Here I'm just checking my attack mode, I don't remember what I had it set in. The early game for Seeress is rough. You get back-to-back objectives where you have to stand in a tiny circle. It's rough. Even on an active skill run, you just don't have the clear yet, typically. And then there's archers. It's getting hit on Seeress really bad. Getting hit on the Berserker's like good. As long as you don't go down to 0 health, it's good to be at lower health and getting hit. There's Primeval Currents, but I'm gonna take Premonition. Premonition is a must take. If you're trying to utilize time manipulation at all, which you probably are, because it's amazing. At 5 stacks of ward, you're getting a 50% reduction in cooldowns for class skills and god skills. And you get a 15% attack speed boost. So, if you have a chance, when you get hit, to not consume a ward charge, that is huge. Especially with how easy the Seeress can get swarmed. Compared to like the Berserker. The Berserker is really good at keeping things off of him, because he's melee. And with his Seething Rage, I believe it is, the one where it can reset a cooldown on crit, he has insane burst with active skills. Whereas the Seeress, while she has really consistent clear with reducing cooldowns by 50% at max ward. Obviously, if you get hit a lot and you have no ward, you obviously don't have that benefit any longer. And it can be very bad for the Seeress. Almost done with the champions. A little bit easier than yesterday, I believe, because we're ranged. The only thing that screws that up is the enemies standing in front of the champions and absorbing our hits because we don't have our area size yet. Here's our subclass. I typically take Witch over Hag. I just believe it is better because the curses of non-damage need to be debuff. So on big tanky units like the champions and the elites, if you curse them, now all of a sudden you're doing 60%. Instead of all the time you're doing 25. I feel like maybe at the higher difficulties that's not going to help as much. Or it's going to help more, I don't know. Currently there's only 2 difficulties available in the demo. There's 2 locked difficulties, so it's going to be really interesting to see what class is going to do well on the higher difficulties. Which one's going to be better, Berserker or the Seeress? The Seeress challenge is obviously not getting hit. If you don't get hit, you kill a lot faster. Whereas the Berserker, you want to get hit, but you don't want to get hit too much that you die. You do more damage up until you hit 0. And then you do 0 DPS because you're not alive. Doing a good job right now keeping our ward up, which is giving us an increased attack speed, which is helping our clear. We're still missing our key talent, in my opinion, is attack area. We got this super early on the Berserker run. It was super helpful because look at the numbers. Ooh, there was actually a good weapon ability there. Actually triggered the 30% to slay and killed a bunch of them. I really still absolutely dislike the weapon skill for Seeress. She only has access to 1 staff in the demo. I think it's probably going to be the worst staff in the release. It buffs your experience gain, which in the demo is worthless. You hit 25 so easily on warrior difficulty. And then to top it all off, you get a weapon skill that is underwhelming and inconsistent. It reads as it has a 30% to slay any, I think, non-elite enemy, and then 100% chance to curse. Unfortunately, I believe it's bugged because you'll see me use it a couple of times during this run where it seemingly does nothing. You don't see curse pop up, like right there. We didn't see curse. We slayed nobody. It seemingly didn't do anything. Wow, we just stun locked curse that man to death. Wow. See what I mean? Like, if I was a witch, that would just murdered him instantly because he would have been stunned and cursed. It's just brutal. There we go, Dark Tidings. I've been waiting to get that. Level 14, we finally pick it up through a elite chest. That's gonna help us incredibly with our clear. Still doing well here with 5 ward. Ooh, that's a bad chest, but I think I go magnet because I'm like, don't care about the other things. We don't need the health. We don't need the gold. Here we go, taking Seeress again. I really do not like ward effectiveness. I think it needs to be tuned 3 points to get an extra whole second of invulnerability. While very strong, that is 3 level ups. That is too much. In a normal run, you skip it probably every time, unless there's literally nothing better to take. And you don't have any rerolls. Honestly, I would probably banish it from the pool. There's way better things to take as a Seeress, especially when you're level capped at 25 in the demo. There's Might of Majord, we're probably gonna take that. That affects her basic attack skill damage, I don't know. Maybe has a skill tag for some reason. But we'll see later that she does not benefit from the Freya one, which reads all class skills. So her basic attack is not a class skill, but is a skill that benefits from Might of Major and hers. It's strange. I mean, very thankful it does. If Seeress's basic did not benefit from any damage ups, it would be brutal. The amount of damage that like, her basic does, even on normal active runs, is astounding. Doing quite well here. Surprising. I believe that Soul Collector is bugged. It feels like it might be bugged. I feel like I'm doing a good job of avoiding damage, but the fact that we're always at 5 seems crazy to me. Starting to go for the chests. I like to save them towards the end, because you get more value out of the experience gain, you get more value out of the buffs. There's just so many more enemies you want the buffs late game. Taking chests early just feels bad. At that stage in the game, you don't need the buffs. There's not enough enemies, really. And then getting the experience up. I believe the experience per level goes up, clearly. You level so much lower late game. So getting the experience up early game is bad. The only trap you can go into is you save them too late, and they usually spawn on the edges of the map, so you're kind of running all over the place, which is dangerous with all the amount of enemies. It's a little strategy you have to do. How early to take the chests. Here's Guidance 1, and that proves it. For some reason, that one does not affect her basic attack, skill, whatever it is. Maybe it just doesn't have the class tag for some reason. It's tagged as a skill, but it's not like tagged as a class skill, so it doesn't benefit from Guidance 1. There's our free magnet. I think that might have been the first time that's triggered. But honestly, this run is going pretty well. Honestly, both of these runs on the Berserker and Seeress have surprised me how well they did without any active skills. Also, we kind of struggle a little bit the later we get. As the Seeress particularly, she doesn't benefit from getting hit. Those elites go down so fast, though. You see the curse pop, and then boom, dead. Here, I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Let's see Guidance. It doesn't affect it, so I'm skipping that. Back to Seeress. I take buff duration, and ooh, that was a clutch pickup because immediately we got a buff. My favorite buff, the attack speed buff. Also buff movement speed, but I really just take it because it's attack speed. Risking the God skill, double Thunderstorm, and then Guidance feels bad. Yeah, doesn't affect it. Sad. Doing the pylon objectives. I feel like all the objectives that make the sorcerer stand in an area are tough. A little tough for her compared to the berserker. She just doesn't want to be limited in how much she can move around, you know? She's trying to avoid all damage, and standing in one area increases your chance of getting hit by archers. Definitely see Seeress is clear retested now. As we get later, the waves get pretty large. We would drop in some ward stacks, meaning our damage is going down. At this point, there's not really anything amazing to take. I max out ward effectiveness because I'm like, might as well see if it's worth it. Don't know how I made it through all those enemies and not trigger with that. Wow, I am dodging, and we finally got hit there. I dashed through enemies. It's really hard to tell how Soul Collector is working, because you see all those experience shards go through all those enemies there, and it didn't seem to do any damage. It's strange. It should do 100% chance to do the experience shard damage, but it's not sure. There's all the objectives about to be completed here. I think I play it safe and I go for the banishes, even though there's one level up left, and I have like 6 rerolls. I'm like playing it safe. Didn't want to ruin the run at this point by getting an active randomly. You know, I think if I picked Seeress, it would have been safe, because I think I banished everything from that pool. We're going for the favorite buff there. Here comes our final level up. Just gonna play it safe and grab the pickup range. Left this chest a little late. We're gonna have to run all the way down here to get it. Not sure if that's worth it. And then I'm like, how long did I have on my haste? So I take haste again. And this is where it's getting a little dicey. That ward is putting in work though. At 4. Just trying to get to the last buff node here. No idea what Bloodlust even does. And we're to the boss with 4 ward. It's pretty good. Seeress in a 1v1 engagement is insanely strong. She's ranged. If she does happen to get hit when she has ward, she takes 0 damage. She just struggles against masses, kind of. Free buff in the boss fight again, nice. Not sure who cleared this boss faster. Was it the Seeress or the Berserker? But either way, both of them handle it pretty efficient. With just their basic attack, skill, whatever. Who knows what the Seeress is classified at this point. And down he goes. Success. Quick look at our stats. See, look at our attack says it does 25, but we're clearly doing 100 at the end, so I hope it's not a bug. Hopefully it's a bug that it's not class tagged and she doesn't benefit from guidance. Quickly gonna go through what skills we took. There's time manipulation, MVP, and most normal runs here. Not so much. Probably premonition, and what else would we say is MVP? Primeval is always good. Oh, it's Dark Tidings. Dark Tidings probably MVP. Kind of the same as the Berserker run, is just getting to hit more targets is always good. There's Lightning Nova. No idea how much damage it did. Probably not much. Not sure what we're gonna do for our next run. Thinking either a normal Seeress or Berserker run. Both are really fun. I do prefer the Seeress though. I think it's more fun. Her whole kit is just cool. Well, that will do it here for Jotunnslayer.